Hi there. Welcome to the CSSE 120 Winter Capstone project presentation. My name is Matthew McClenahan, and tonight my partner Tyler and I will be showing off our Python game called Tanks. Before we begin, I would like to introduce you to Tyler.
Hello, I'm Tyler Speitel. I'm a freshman CS major from Indianapolis, Indiana. On this CSSE 120 project, I worked with Matthew to create the Wii game Tanks. Yeah, here it is.
Hello. Now I'm going to be showing you off our game. Our game is called Tanks. It's a recreation of the infamous Wii Play game called Tanks, where the purpose is simply you have a player tank and you're trying to kill the enemy player tank. These enemy player tanks are run by AI, and the purpose is to get through the easy stages and pass through the hard stages. It's as simple as that. It's a shooter game, just like I would say Space Invaders, but with a little bit more nostalgia to it. You'll see why in a second. To begin the game, we have a very simple title screen. We use various themes throughout this game. I don't resort to the original themes because I want to modernize the game a bit and give a bit of a personal touch to it. Now, how this works is if I'm able to press the red, it will take me to hard mode. If I press the outside, it'll take me to easy. Let's start with easy. So essentially, you'll find there's an outer wall and there's a map. I can't go through this outer wall, and the inner walls I can't go through either. I coded these inner walls so that if the bullets touch them, blow up. Actually, Tyler coded that. But if I ran into it, I've coded it to a point where I can't go through them. If I lose, if I run out of health, it's a game over. Now this theme is using the Mario Kart main menu theme, as you'll notice. And in order to go back, I have to press space to restart. Then I'll go back to the main menu. The purpose of this is to win. These enemies essentially are trying to shoot me, and I'm trying to shoot them. I can aim in different directions by pressing Z for down, X for up. If I press C, it will fire my bullets to the left, and then if I press V, it will fire them to the right. As you'll see, I'm going to shoot these guys. There's a firing sound for my tank, there's a firing sound for the enemy tank. There are many different firing sounds for the enemy tanks, and if you kill the enemies, you win. This is the island flyover theme from Wii Sports Resort, and if you very much of the time coding this, I just sat at this ending screen because I just love all the sounds and songs we put into this game. Anyways, let's go to hard mode. Just like you saw in easy mode, there are also landmines. If I run over these landmines, I will lose health. There are also power-ups. If I run over these power-ups, I'll gain health. The purpose is to not run out of health. It's as simple as that. But if you run out of health, you lose. Let's try this one more time. So essentially, I'm going to shoot these guys right here just so I can clear up some of the map. But if I run over this power-up, right, let's see where it spawns. Oh, there it is. So if I get hit by an enemy, let's just say this enemy hits me, I have health, and I wasn't at a low enough health to get the benefit from the power-up, but if I'm low enough health, it'll restore a lot of my health. Oh, I'm low. But essentially, now is the time when I want to change my aim of direction. I press C, I'm now aiming left. And if you get confused, it'll print it in the console below. As you can see, I fire, I kill him. This is the boss right here. Oh, look, a power-up. I think I can do it without it, though. And then I restore my health, and I win. Congratulations, you have just beat hard mode, and you get to listen to the incredible Super Mario Galaxy end title theme. Anyways, thank you very much for watching the playthrough. Now Tyler and I are going to be showing you how we coded this, starting with Tyler. Alright Tyler, go ahead.
So looking at what the code looks like of the game is this is where the missiles, a lot of the missile code takes place. You can see like in the list of missiles, if the missile is exploded, it will be deleted. And basically just the collision aspect of the missiles. Down here is the drawing of the enemy missiles. We used the ticks to tell when the enemies should fire. as well as the collision of the enemy missiles and their missiles. A little lower in the code, you can see the power up and landmine um, code. They're really similar in the way that they work, just really where the actual picture itself spawns. We also used the tick method, or not method, but way to spawn these power ups. Um, you can see in here, we made a grabbed by method. So if the player tank runs over it, like the collision of it um, will then make the health bar change due to whatever it picked up or ran over. And yeah.
Hi. Thank you so much for watching the gameplay. Now we're going to be showing you how we coded it. So Tyler just showed you what he did. I'm now going to show you what I did. So through this process, I essentially did all the tiny stuff, such as adding the custom fonts to essentially getting the maps. So I got the maps, all the music, and all the icons and images we use. I was able to get in Photoshop so that it matched our 720p resolution, which is low resolution HD. We have 8 classes, um, a few which Tyler added in, a few which I added in. Um, Essentially, how this works is what I was able to do throughout this process was my goal was to make the game playable and do everything but with the enemy firing the projectiles and the landmine and the power-ups. The only thing I did for power-ups and landmine was just the spawning function. Um, the collisions in the walls is triggered by the inner walls right here. It will return true if a bullet or a tank collides with the map, and if it returns true, then it won't allow passage or it will destroy it, and that's how you'll see correct right here. So the we created the outer walls as rectangles, as you can see right here. And enemies won't go through these walls as I code them in. Enemies all have their own different movement, but they will obey the rules of the collision, so they won't go through a wall. Same with the player. Same with the projectiles. Tyler was able to code in the projectiles. I was able to code in the enemies and the players, their movement. Um, I coded in the aiming, so if I press a certain thing, it will aim right, left, and so on. And when you fire, I have 3 different sounds that it will fire, it could use to fire, so it's a little more immersive and realistic. You don't have one fire sound. This game, as I said, has a intro screen, which is essentially where if you press a circle, it will trigger a while loop, and if you press outside the circle, it'll trigger the else. And essentially, there's Tyler messaging me, but going back to the tanks, if as I said, if you press outside the circle, it will trigger the else statement, which is the easy mode. Well, if you press in the circle, it'll be hard mode. Easy is pretty much a duplicate of hard, except for there are some differences as the map is laid out differently. But the basic core fundamentals of how the gameplay is run is pretty similar. And if you kill all the enemies, you will win the game. And that's pretty much it. I'll be putting all of this up on GitHub. So in the description of this video below, you will find the code and you can see how we did it and you'll be able to play it. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. It's truly been a pleasure. Tyler and I have enjoyed the whole process of creating the game. And if you have any questions at all, please put them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your night.